One of the questions I hear most often from men is, how can I increase my semen volume? Today, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know: how semen is made, what affects its amount, and why it sometimes decreases, whether it matters to your partner, and evidence-based way to naturally increase the semen volume. Let's start with what semen is actually made of. Most people assume semen is mostly sperm, but sperm makes up only a very small portion. In fact, sperm account for about 5% of the total amount. The rest come from different glands in the body that create the fluids which carries and protects the sperm. About 20 to 30% of your semen comes from the prostate. This fluid helps to nourish the sperm and keeps them moving. The majority, around 60 to 70%, comes from two small sacs behind the prostate called the seminal vesicles. These structures stores and release most of the fluid during ejaculation, and a final small amount comes from tiny glands near the tube you urinate through. These glands help to lubricate the urethra just before ejaculation. And another question men ask is, why some people have a strong forceful ejaculation while others notice more of a weak release. This has to do with the muscles at the base of the pelvis, especially one that squeezes rhythmically during orgasm. If these muscles are strong, the ejaculation tends to be more forceful. If they are weaker, the release may be softer or feel like a dribble. This difference is normal and varies from person to person. Now, many men worry that a low volume or weak force could affect their partner or their relationship. There was a study in 2018 where over 200 women were asked how much their partner's semen volume and ejaculation strength mattered to their sexual satisfaction. The majority didn't care about the amount of semen at all. Only a small minority felt their orgasm was stronger when their partner's orgasm seemed strong, and even a smaller group felt concerned about their attractiveness if their ejaculation seemed weaker. But overall, the takeaway was clear. Most partners do not judge sexual pleasure based on semen volume. What matters far more is shared satisfaction and connection. So, why does semen volume decrease in the first place? Age is one factor. Men tend to have their largest volume in their 30s, and it gradually decreases over time. Muscle strength and diet, lifestyle habits like smoking and certain health conditions can also affect the amount you produce. Every daily factor can cause changes. If you are dehydrated, for example, you are stressed or taking certain medications, you might notice less volume. That's completely normal and usually temporary. However, if you notice a sudden drop in semen volume that doesn't return to normal, there may be an underlying issue. And one possibility is a blockage in the tube that carries semen out of the body. Another is low testosterone. Some medications can also reduce semen volume. A common thing is a drug that is used to help men with enlarged prostate. While it helps with urinary symptoms, it can cause semen to flow backward into the bladder instead of exiting the body. This is harmless, but it makes the volume look much lower. Certain nerve conditions, long-term diabetes, and spinal injuries can also cause similar problems. If you experience a sudden change that doesn't improve, it's important you see a urologist so that the cause can be identified and treated if necessary. Now, let's talk about the safe ways to increase semen volume. I'm going to share three methods that may help a little, or one method that studies show can make a noticeable difference. The first method is quitting smoking. Smoking harms many organs, but it also affects the nerves and tissues that are involved in ejaculation. It can reduce the amount of fluid produced, and it's strongly linked to erection problems. Quitting smoking is one of the best things you can do for your overall health, for your overall sexual health, including semen volume. Then number two, stay well hydrated. Stay well hydrated. Your body needs fluid to create any kind of secretion, and semen is no exception. And if you're not drinking enough water, your body will naturally reduce its production of semen. And a good way to check your hydration is to look at your urine color. Light yellow, like lemonade, usually means you are drinking enough water. Then number three, and strengthening your pelvic floor muscles may also help. These are the muscles that are responsible for the contractions during ejaculation. When these muscles are stronger, the ejaculation becomes more forceful, helping you to empty more fully. While this doesn't make you to produce more semen, it helps ensure what you produce comes out more efficiently. These exercises are not right for everyone, especially if you have a pelvic pain, if you're having urinary issues or erectile difficulties. So they are best for younger men without those symptoms. And before I explain the fourth method, I want to be clear about the supplements. There are currently no approved supplements proven to increase semen volume. Many products claim to work, but reliable research hasn't shown that any specific pills can consistently make a difference. It's always better to focus on lifestyle habits rather than relying on unproven pills. Now, for the method that has been shown to reliably increase semen volume, ejaculating less frequently, your body needs time to refill the semen lost in the glands. A study that followed men for over a year found that semen volume increased about 10% for every day they waited between ejaculations. For men who waited up to 4 days, the increase was even higher, around about 12% per day. After 4 days, the increase slowed to around 7 to 8%. So, spacing out ejaculation for every few days gives your body more time to rebuild its supply. So, to put it simply, the longer the break, the fuller the tank. These natural strategies are safe and effective for most men. Staying hydrated, avoiding smoking, maintaining strong pelvic muscles, and giving your body more time between ejaculations can help to improve your semen volume. And remember, what matters most in sexual relationship is not the amount of semen, but communication, confidence, and shared pleasure. Thank you for watching this video, and remember to always take care of your health. You deserve it.